If you'd like to see what's behind this door, keep watching. Hi, my name is Kimberly and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, then thank you for stopping by. I am an attorney in Memphis, Tennessee. I do a lot of really diverse content because I give some legal information. I talk to divorcing parents. I teach at a couple of different universities and things like that. If you are interested in this specific type of content, my luxury closet, then I have some different playlists on my channel and you can skip over all the things that you don't love and take a look at some of the things that you do. So without further ado, let's get into it. I was looking through and found some footage of the closet before we moved in. So this is the old homeowners organization. As you can see, there's a ton of space, but it may not be utilized in the best possible way, and it doesn't look luxury. I also thought I would give you a close-up of the dated carpet. A few months ago, we had a leak in our upstairs and we had to do some major renovating. So because of that, we were able to get some new carpet. It was definitely not a fun process, but it gave us the jump start we needed to work on making this more of a luxury closet. There was a lot of water damage, so all of the carpeting in the master closet and the master bedroom has been replaced. As you saw in the before shot, there was a ton of wire shelving in the space. That needed to go so we could have some new things. With the old homeowners furniture removed, one of the first things we added to the space was a new dresser that perfectly fits the width of our double window, and it is a Concerto 6 dresser from Z Gallery. This video is not sponsored, but I will try my best to link everything that I've used in the room in the description box down below. The first thing the space needed was a new light fixture. So it was out with the old fixture and in with the installation of a new one. This particular model came with extra crystals and even a really nice remote that lets you change the temperature coolness of the light as well as dim it. I didn't want to start painting the room without giving one of my teenage sons an opportunity to learn how to patch the holes in the ceiling that were left by the removal of the old overhead fluorescent light fixture. The ceilings were patched and now we moved on to patching all the holes in the wall that were left by the removal of the wire shelving units. We are going to be putting cabinetry up over this, but I still wanted to have a nice clean space and it didn't take that long to patch it and sand it down. Now we're ready to paint the room. I used painter's tape to tape everything off and got my supplies together. One good tip is to take a picture of the paint that you use in every room of your house and just keep it on your phone. I know a lot of people write that down or keep the old paint cans and things like that, but if you ever need to go back and reference that, or you happen to be out somewhere and you need more paint, you have it with you. I normally only use Sherwin-Williams paint, but because this wall is going to be completely hidden, I decided to go with some Valspar paint from Lowe's. I'm showing you the coverage here on the screen. It's not great coverage, and now I know why I never use anything but Sherwin-Williams, but again, it's going to be covered. That just gives you a look at what kind of one coat looks like. My local Sherwin-Williams locations have been completely out of super paint for probably 3 or 4 months. When a truck comes in, you have to literally be right there if you want to get a gallon of their paint. And so that's another reason I decided to go with this other paint that's available. As far as carpet goes, we decided to go ahead and get a less yellow carpet. So this has a very slight gray undertone. I know interior designers say that gray's going out of style, but I really love it. Now that the room has been painted and the light fixture has been replaced and we've painted the ceiling, we are ready to build the base that the new cabinetry will sit on. I am painting it the trim color, but we wanted to make sure that it fit perfectly before we started the painting process. Here is a nice close-up of the edge that we decided to use because it's going to go under the cabinets and that lip will show. Next up, I disassembled the base and took it outside, patched and puttied all of the small holes and used a spongy sanding block to get everything smooth. I have some work tables that I was able to pull out of my garage so that I could try to get everything covered in one shot in one day. Thankfully, I had the leftover trim paint from the room, which was Sherwin-Williams, so there was no supply issues. I was able to get these painted in one day, and 2 coats was great coverage. The middle cabinet that is going against the wall is a little bit shorter than the 2 side cabinets, so I decided to build another box for that to sit on so that I could even out the height a little bit. So this is that box, and me painting it a couple of days later in the garage because the weather wasn't so great. These also had to be sanded down before they were ready for paint. I love this particular sanding block. It's not solid. It can be picked up at your local home improvement store. I believe I got this one at Home Depot. Don't forget to also pick up a good brush to get all of the dust off of your project before you paint it. You definitely don't want all that to be gooped on there. I have a confession to make. I did not have time to get the entire room painted before the cabinets were going to be delivered, so we went ahead and painted the ceiling and the walls that the cabinets were going to go against, and we are saving painting the rest of the room for later because we have other projects that need to be done in there. Have you ever been out shopping somewhere and you just find the perfect piece of furniture that you love? Well, that's what happened to me. There is a local warehouse here that has overstock brand new furniture. They sell it at a big discount, and when I saw these couple of pieces, I decided to go ahead and structure my room around them. I had to call my kids, have them measure the wall and make sure that the pieces would fit, and then schedule the delivery installation. They could get there pretty quick, which was why I only had time to paint a portion of the room. These mirrored cabinets are so heavy. To say that they were a beast to get in the space is an understatement. Let's just say that all of the video footage that I had words in it that you cannot have on YouTube. After we got the middle cabinet centered, we brought in the riser boxes for the 2 side pieces, got those installed, and then had to lift the other
pieces onto the boxes. It took 4 adults. We got all 3 pieces put in place and installed the drawers, and here is the final reveal for this part of the room. I added this amazing shoe-themed chair that I found on Wayfair for under $100 and replaced the switch plate with one that I got from Amazon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and taking a look at the first step of my luxury closet redo. If you liked this video, then please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I make more videos like these.